I really hate idol shows. Every single time you watch one of these things, whether it's full of waifus or husbandos, these series are always like ads first and shows second. There's like, yo, this is our idol group, you're like 10 so you'll care if there's an idol anime about them, right? So, here's like 10 girls who all get introduced at once with the awkward name tag thing in the corner after a freeze frame when the one person said that one thing, which is going to be their gimmick for the entirety of this show. Lapis Re is a show that I would normally never watch, but I have this autistic desire to watch every single show that comes out in any given year, so I threw it on and expected to turn it off like 5 minutes in for it being just another low-effort idol series. I was correct, but there's still quite a lot of charm and, dare I say it, heart to the show. Like when the main girl shows up to the new town and this nice shopkeeper gives her an apple or whatever, and then once she's moving on with her life, we can see that his wife is giving out to him for having giving away free stuff in the hopes of getting his dick wet. Any other show would have had this be like a 2 or 3 minute scene like, "Whoa, look at how kooky everybody in our show is." But here it's just something that happens in the background for like 5 seconds and it's that much funnier as a result. It becomes a memorable gag, and when a similar thing happens later on in the show, you're reminded of just how charming this character was. It does nothing but add to the personality of the series. Another thing that makes this show stand out from other idol series is that the idol aspect is really downplayed here. This show is actually set in anime Hogwarts but with cute girls, and it's not Little Witch Academia, I promise, because the magic in this town runs on people's happiness? I don't know, it's just some dumb excuse to have an idol song thrown into every episode. People sing in things called orchestras, and it helps the academy in ways that don't really get clarified much, and what little explanation is given is a massive spoiler. So, look, the magic is far more important to the show than the singing, and honestly, I really liked how the magic was portrayed here. Instead of having some cringy, tuney English that means nothing, people whistle to cast spells. It's never explained, it's never elaborated how this works, but that doesn't matter. It's unique and you get it immediately just by watching the show. There isn't any need for these dumb explanations, because that stuff isn't important, you just need to know magic is a thing. They have flying things and cool tree tents and a made-up sport with a whole episode devoted to it, and the show became a genuinely hyped sports anime for no reason, and it was great. That's not to say that this show is something amazing. That thing I said about having a load of characters with like one basic personality trait instead of being developed into actual likable people is definitely present in this show. There's one girl and she likes rock music, so she calls everything like rock, and it's a dumb catchphrase. And the one who thinks she's the shit when really she's just shit. And the ghost girl waifu of the year. The academy has this weird group-based system where everyone is split into groups of 3 to 5 members, and within your groups you get rewarded for your success together and punished for your failures together. The main character, a literal princess, gets put into a group that is so shit that they are right on the brink of being expelled, which is where the main drama in the show comes from. The group tries not to get expelled and they charm everyone they meet along the way. It's a fun time to be had by all. Oh, and anybody who follows this channel is probably aware that I'm into Yuri and might want to know my thoughts about how well the show panders to me. So one of the girls actively wants to fuck her sisters, and there's a lesbian rapist in one of the flashbacks. But other than that, it's just a lot of undertones and promises that never actually get fulfilled. Lapis Re isn't anything mind-blowing, but if you're looking for a genuinely charming show with a lot of clear care put into it, it's definitely worth your time to check it out. 6 out of 10.